So the Portland Trail Blazers have finally found the right price for Damian Lillard, and things are heating up again as Dame was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. This enabled the Celtics to make their move and acquire Jrue Holiday from the Trail Blazers in a quick turn of events, and the power structure in the East has now been reset. Welcome to 48 Views, and in today's video, I want to do a quick breakdown on the Damian Lillard and Jrue Holiday trades to get you guys ready for the upcoming NBA season. So with that, let's get to it. So looking at the Damian Lillard trade, the Bucks get Dame, the Blazers get Jrue Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, and the Suns received Jusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Lots of moving parts here, but man, I really love NBA trades when each team involved wins, and I think this trade is a perfect example. Focusing on the Bucks side of things, they were on thin ice with Giannis. In the weeks leading up to the Damian Lillard trade, Giannis made it clear that he has no issue locking in to prioritize winning, even if that means leaving Milwaukee, and he'll do so unless he has clear commitment from his team that they were also locked in and committed to sacrificing accordingly to win. I think acquiring Dame, who is a true pro, proven veteran, and a proven big shot maker, and a clear upgrade offensively, is a perfect destination for Damian Lillard and a perfect move all around for the Bucks. With this trade, the Bucks address one of the biggest challenges Damian Lillard has faced in Portland, which is that Dame has never really had a teammate better than him, or a team that really compensated for his lack of size. And the Bucks' biggest issue was a lack of true offensive force outside of Giannis, which is what allowed teams to load up on him and build a wall, even though Holiday and Middleton certainly played their roles well and closed when needed. Now, with Middleton definitively as the third option, plus Dame's shooting ability and ability to drop 40 pretty much whenever, this early on, I can't see how teams will effectively defend their pick and roll. The Trailblazers brought back a great haul for Damian Lillard by acquiring draft capital and a big with great upside in DeAndre Ayton. The Suns get depth, which was what they desperately needed, thinking back to the last playoff series that they had against the Nuggets, where it seemed like Booker and KD were running off of fumes. So after adding Damian Lillard, just when it seems that the Bucks had separated themselves from the rest of the contenders in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics make a move and acquire Jrue Holiday by sending Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams to the Trailblazers about 4 days later. The Blazers get more picks in the deal and add more players to their total haul in the Damian Lillard sweepstakes. And I have to say, I'm impressed at the return. They get back 4 players and 3 first-round picks with 2 pick swaps, which clearly is more than the Heat were willing to bargain with. More on them later. Now, looking at the Celtics side of things, rumors were Malcolm Brogdon was disgruntled anyways about being shopped over the summer, and to be honest, Robert Williams just hasn't been as healthy after that initial run he had, so both of them getting traded makes sense to me. Bottom line is, the Celtics adding Jrue Holiday is a clear upgrade offensively, even though I really don't think they need him to score much. He'll help prevent the offense from stagnating when Brown and Tatum struggle to facilitate the offense, and he'll allow them to focus more on just pure scoring. And he's pretty good in the pick and roll. You know the defense will be there, but more importantly, in my opinion, I expect Holiday to average his usual 6 or 7 assists and shoot the ball well from the 3 over the course of next year. Now, I will say, as great of a fit as Dame is for Giannis and the Bucks, 3 years from now, this roster might look sort of elderly. Looking ahead towards the end of the players' deals on the roster currently, outside of Bobby Portis, the Bucks' main supporting cast will be 33 or older by 2026 or when their deal expires. And so for now, this move for sure locks Giannis in with the Bucks, presumably for the next 5 years at least. But the pressure to win is now at a new all-time high. Giannis has felt the pressure to win a championship before, but this will probably be somewhat of a new experience for Damian Lillard, which is to be expected. Looking at the Celtics, they basically trade 4 players for Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis over the course of the summer, and while this can be seen as a risk, I really think that they have 4 legit players now that can get a bucket when needed in Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, and Jrue Holiday. Derek White will be a solid 6-man, but the main concern is how small their team could end up being. They won't have a lot of height to match teams like the Bucks or the 76ers, and although he seems to always find the fountain of youth, they will now have a 37-year-old Al Horford starting at center. Or power forward, presumably. Porzingis is a great stretch, but he's not known to play up to his height as a big or 7-footer, and he's also known to get hurt even though he's coming off a relatively healthy season. I really like the Celtics roster, but so far on paper, I lean towards the Bucks having the better overall roster because based on the size that they have, they won't be forced into one style to play like the Celtics will be forced to play small. A lot of people have been saying the Heat played a horrible hand in all of this, but honestly, as I let all the dust settle, I'm thinking, what could they have done? Honestly, unless the third team was willing to get involved. Portland wants starters, but Tyler Hero doesn't make sense for the young guards that they have now alongside Scoot. And if a third team were to get involved to take Tyler Hero and potentially send picks over to Portland, and then the Heat got Dame, well, the Heat have already lost Strus, Gabe Vincent, and so now Hero. And I just don't see how Jimmy, Dame, Bam, and Duncan Robinson definitively make a deep playoff run. So as I see it, it was either the Heat gut the team to acquire Dame or stand still and allow the Bucks and the Celtics to take 2 steps forward talent-wise. So for the Heat, in my opinion, the Damian Lillard trade was a lose-lose situation overall for them, and I think this year they'll be a second-round team at best in the playoffs. So some of my final thoughts that I have to wrap this thing up. The Damian Lillard and Jrue Holiday trades definitely were exciting trades and spin up a bunch of interesting conversations around the league and what each team's final rosters are looking like as the preseason kicks into gear. Portland is building a respectable young core and have officially hit the reset button, and so far it seems like the Bucks and Celtics have tried to separate themselves from everyone else in the East. While on the other side in the West, the Suns have seemed to have done the same with a 3 superstar player core approach, and I can't wait to see where the 76ers, the Lakers, the Warriors, and of course the defending champion Denver Nuggets fit into the mix, along with all the other dark horse teams that consider themselves contenders as well. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. As always, I appreciate you. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you next time.